In this video, I'm going to use Jest to test my Express backend in my MERN stack. So we are using Jest because it's a much more common framework. And then in the last video, I used Vitest for my front end, but then Vitest requires Vite, and then I did not run my Express with Vite, so we cannot use Vitest. So we will just be using Jest over here. So in my scripts, I'm just have a test Jest. So when we run npm test, it will run Jest, and then I've just installed, and then the types installed as well. And then we also have a jest.config file. So this is just a preset config file with all the basic stuff required, such as the test match. So this allows the Jest to find whatever my test files are named as. So you can see here, this is the one that we need. So test.ts. So any files that end with test.ts .test.ts will be included in the when the Jest is running. So for the test itself, I am testing one of my functions in my settings controller, which is the get address function. So if we go to my settings file, first of all, we need to mock the contract model. So we're using jest.mock and then just the file path of my contract model. And then before each, we are clearing all mocks so that nothing is run twice, because if we don't clear all mocks, some function calls can run 2 times or 3 times, and that would mess up the subsequent tests. Okay, so this describe here, and then this is the test itself. So it should return the contract address if found. So in this test, we will be using a mock contract. So we just have a random contract address here. And then we'll be mocking the find one mock function using jest.spyon, and then spy on the contract model, find one, and then we'll mock resolve value once with the mock contract address. So this find one mock will return the mock contract address, and then we'll just be creating the request and the response, and then we'll be calling the function with the request and response, and then we'll be expecting the find one mock to be called once, and then we'll be expecting a return of the response of JSON to be called with, then the address mock contract. So this test actually matches my function, if you see here. So if there is a contract, it will return res.json with the address. So this matches, and this test should be successful. And then I have another 2 tests. So the next one is return 404. So same, we'll mock a spy on with a null value instead, and then when we call the function, it should return 404 as per my function here. So if no contract, return 404. And the last one, return server error. So the same thing, we'll be mocking it with the error. It's new, so error mock, and then calling it with the mock error, and then return the response should be a error 500. So if you look at the function here, we have a return error 500 over here. So all these tests should work. So okay, if I just run npm test, okay, you can see here 3 passed. So you can see here as well. So all the tests that I run have passed. So everything is okay.